if I told you that a small daily habit when drinking water could improve your erections, increase testosterone, and help you regain your natural vitality, would you believe it? It sounds too simple, doesn't it? But in reality, this is something most men overlook every single day. Not long ago, during a consultation in Toronto, I met a man in his mid 40s. He worked in an office, went to the gym 3 times a week, and said his diet was pretty balanced. But still, he felt drained in the mornings, low on energy, and less confident in his performance. When I asked about his daily routine, he smiled and said, "Honestly, I drink a lot of coffee, but barely any water." And that was the start of the real conversation, because sometimes the reason for feeling off isn't stress or age or hormones. It's dehydration, quiet, chronic, and often unnoticed. And he's not alone. Many men feel exactly the same: tired, low on energy, less desire, poor sleep, and less confidence in their performance. They often assume it is just age or stress from work, but sometimes the real reason is much simpler. Your body is quietly dehydrated. No pills, no supplements, just water. A factor that seems small, yet directly affects your hormones, your blood circulation, and your male vitality. Hi, I'm Sofia Carter, specializing in men's health and male hormones. On this channel, I share science based knowledge that helps men understand their bodies, restore energy, confidence, and natural strength without relying on temporary or risky methods. I also want to hear your thoughts. If you ever feel my videos are too long or not clear enough, please leave a comment below so I can improve and bring you more value next time. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. That really helps me continue developing this channel. Now, if you want to rediscover your vitality, confidence, and the strength you once had, join me in today's video. Together, we will explore why one simple glass of water, when drunk the right way, can transform your sexual health. Let's begin. Why can a single glass of water make such a big difference? Let's look at the most basic mechanism: blood circulation. You see, an erection is essentially a hydraulic event. It depends on the pressure of blood being pumped into the penile chambers. When blood flows in strongly and stays trapped, the erection stays firm. So, why is water so crucial? Because blood is mostly made of water. When you are well hydrated, your blood is thinner, flows more easily, and your heart does not have to work as hard to pump it through your body. That means blood reaches every organ, especially the sensitive ones, more smoothly, strongly, and efficiently. When you are dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and moves slower. The heart must contract harder to maintain blood pressure, and less blood reaches distant organs like your hands, feet, and sexual organs. When blood pressure drops, erections become weaker or unstable. You may feel fine in daily life, but for organs that need high and precise blood flow, such as the penis, even slight dehydration can make a clear difference. I often tell my patients, no water, no circulation, no circulation, no performance. Water is the simplest yet most essential foundation for every physiological reaction in your body, especially for blood flow and erection. Now that you understand how water affects circulation, you might think, I probably drink enough already, but most men I see have no idea that they are mildly dehydrated. Not severely, but just enough and for long enough to make the body run below its best without them noticing. It's something I notice often, especially here in Canada. In colder, drier regions like Calgary or Ottawa, men don't feel thirsty because the air is cool, but that same dry air quietly pulls moisture from your skin and breath. Many men only realize it when their lips crack or their hands feel rough in winter. Classic early signs of dehydration. I often compare it to a car that never gets an oil change. It still runs every day, but inside, friction and wear quietly build up. Your body works the same way. When you are dehydrated, your circulation tightens its vessels to maintain blood pressure. That helps prevent dizziness or fainting, but it also reduces blood flow to the extremities, including the genitals. I've heard this from many patients who work long hours in offices with heating during winter. The warmth from the heaters feels comfortable, but it also dries the air and speeds up water loss through breathing. Many men tell me, I sleep well, I eat well, I work out, but I still feel tired and not as passionate as before. And when we check, most of them have been mildly dehydrated for months or even years. No obvious symptoms, just constant fatigue, low drive, and poor focus that they blame on age. Did you know that losing just 2% of your body's water can reduce cell performance by up to 10%? When your cells lose energy, you move slower, feel heavier, and lose motivation both at work and in life. So if lately you feel less sharp or less confident, pause for a moment. Don't rush to blame age or stress. Your body might simply be sending a quiet message, I'm thirsty. When we talk about male vitality, we cannot skip testosterone. It is the hormone connected to your energy, desire, focus, and confidence every single day. But few realize that dehydration directly affects testosterone levels. When you don't drink enough water, your brain senses danger and signals that the body is losing balance. It immediately switches into survival mode, prioritizing vital organs like your heart, lungs, and blood pressure. Processes that are not essential for survival, such as sexual hormone production, are temporarily reduced. That is why, when you are dehydrated, testosterone drops while cortisol, your stress hormone, rises. These two hormones work like opposite ends of a scale. When cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. You feel tired, low in energy, more irritable, and less interested both in work and intimacy. I once met a patient named Michael from Vancouver. He came to me convinced that he needed testosterone therapy because he felt drained and disconnected from himself. When I reviewed his blood work, his testosterone was only slightly low, but his liver and kidneys showed signs of stress. When I asked about his hydration, he admitted that on rainy days, he barely drank water at all. We started with simple changes: consistent hydration, better sleep, and less caffeine. 4 weeks later, his hormone levels improved naturally, and he laughed, saying, I can't believe it was just water. It doesn't stop there. Your liver and kidneys, which filter and metabolize hormones, also need water to function properly. When you are dehydrated, toxins build up, forcing these organs to work harder, which disrupts hormone balance. As a result, testosterone production and distribution become irregular. I once had a patient in his early 40s who worked out daily and ate clean, but still felt low on energy and desire. When we reviewed his habits, he drank only about 1.5 liters of water a day, mostly coffee and soda. After just a few weeks of adjusting his water intake and improving his sleep, his testosterone levels rose close to normal. The body responds quickly when you give it what it needs, so if you want to restore your natural vitality, don't start with pills or supplements. Start with the simplest question: am I drinking enough water? Now that you know how important water is for hormones and male performance, the next question is how to drink it correctly, because it is not only about the amount you drink, but also how you drink it. Here are 4 small habits I always teach my patients. They sound simple, but if you practice them consistently, your body will change within weeks. First, drink slowly in small sips. Do not gulp large amounts at once, because your body can only absorb a limited amount each hour. If you drink too fast, most of the water will pass through before reaching your cells. But when you drink slowly, sip by sip, water mixes with body fluids and truly nourishes your cells. Here in Canada, I often see people constantly holding a travel mug of coffee or tea throughout the day. Try replacing every second cup with plain water instead, and take it slowly. Your focus and mood will noticeably improve within days. Second, sit while drinking. When you sit, your body relaxes, circulation stabilizes, and blood flows more evenly, especially around the abdomen and pelvis. This supports digestion and also improves blood flow to the genitals. Many men have told me that after a few weeks, they felt lighter, their stomachs more comfortable, and their sleep deeper. Even in office settings where people stand or rush between meetings, taking a brief pause to sit and drink helps the body reset. Third, hold the water in your mouth for a few seconds before swallowing. It might sound unusual, but it works. When water mixes with saliva, enzymes start balancing pH and supporting digestion. Saliva is slightly alkaline, which helps the body absorb water more easily in the stomach. A small action, but a powerful effect. Fourth, drink warm or room temperature water. Cold water can cause blood vessels to tighten suddenly, slow circulation, and make your digestive system work harder to warm it up. Warm water helps your body relax, improves circulation, and supports digestion. Start each morning with a glass of warm water, and you will feel more awake, lighter, and refreshed. This is especially helpful during Canadian winters, when the body already works harder to stay warm. A simple glass of warm water in the morning feels like an internal heater for your system. These habits may seem small, but often the smallest habits create the biggest results. Focus on drinking correctly, not just drinking enough. Every drop you drink the right way helps your body recover, improve circulation, and maintain hormone balance. Once you know how to drink, the next thing is how much and when. Even if you drink enough overall, Drinking at the wrong times can reduce absorption and may even disturb your hormones or sleep. On average, an adult man should drink about 2.5 to 3 liters per day, which is around 10 to 12 glasses. This depends on your weight, activity level, and climate. If you exercise often or work in a hot environment, your body will need more water. Equally important is how you distribute it through the day. Your body absorbs water best when it comes steadily, not all at once and not after long gaps. So divide your total amount into smaller portions and drink regularly from morning until evening. Try keeping a small water bottle on your desk or in your car. Every time you take a short break, take a few sips. It may sound simple, but those moments of awareness help your body stay balanced. Once you make it a habit, you'll notice clearer focus, better energy, and even calmer moods throughout the day. In the morning, drink 1 glass of warm water right after waking up. It wakes up your circulation, supports the liver and kidneys, and stimulates bowel movement, so you start your day lighter. During the day, drink before you feel thirsty. When you feel thirst, your body has already lost about 2% of its water. So build the habit of drinking regularly rather than waiting for thirst. At night, before bed, take only a few small sips. Do not drink too much, or you may wake up to urinate, breaking deep sleep. And deep sleep is when your body produces the most testosterone. If your sleep is interrupted, your hormones will be affected too. Avoid drinking immediately after meals. That can dilute stomach acid and slow digestion. Wait about 30 minutes after eating before drinking again. Also, do not drink water right after eating watery fruits, such as watermelon or oranges. At that time, your stomach already contains liquid, and adding more can slow digestion and cause bloating. Remember, drinking water correctly is a small but important art. It is not only about counting glasses, but understanding your body's rhythm. Your body will thank you when you care for it in simple ways like this. When I talk about hydration, many people ask, how do I know if I am drinking enough? Your body always gives clear signs, but we often ignore them. The simplest and most accurate way is to check the color of your urine. If it is light yellow like straw, your hydration is ideal. If it turns dark yellow, you are dehydrated and need more water. If it is completely clear, you may be drinking a bit too much and flushing out minerals. This may sound basic, but it is the same principle used in medical practice. It is a free, simple way to see how your body manages fluids. Just one quick check during the day can help you stay balanced and prevent hidden dehydration from building up. Your body also sends smaller signals such as dry lips, dry skin, a heavy head, or unexplained fatigue. Even a 2% loss of body water can make you sluggish, unfocused, and less motivated. Many men only notice it when they start feeling off. They find it harder to concentrate, lose patience more easily, or feel a sudden drop in energy mid-afternoon. Often, that is not stress, but the body running low on hydration. When they correct it, focus and confidence return quickly. One important thing to remember is that when you feel thirsty, dehydration has already started. So do not wait for thirst. Train yourself to listen to your body earlier, keeping your energy and balance steady throughout the day. Build small rituals to remind yourself to drink. Take a few sips of water after every task, every break, or before each meal. These small habits teach your body to stay balanced instead of waiting until it is already thirsty. I always tell my patients that water is not only something that keeps you alive, it is the fuel that keeps you strong, alert, and confident. When you stay properly hydrated, your body works more smoothly, your skin looks brighter, and your mind feels calmer and more positive. You will start to notice simple but powerful changes. Mornings feel lighter, thoughts are clearer, and your mood becomes more stable. It is as if your body finally breathes again because, in many ways, hydration is the breath your cells depend on. Make hydration part of your self-care routine. It is simple, it costs nothing, and it can make a huge difference in your health and performance. When you take care of something as basic as water, your body rewards you with focus, energy, and confidence. These are the real foundations of vitality and masculine strength. When people talk about male vitality, they usually think of hormones, diet, or exercise, but few realize that water is the foundation of it all. Without water, blood cannot flow properly. Without water, hormones cannot function correctly. And without water, your energy cannot be sustained. The great thing is, you do not need a big lifestyle change to start. You only need one small and free habit: drinking water the right way. Let water become your daily companion. When your body is well hydrated, you will feel the difference in your health, your mood, your sleep, your morning energy, and your confidence. I have seen many men completely change their lives just by drinking water properly. They feel lighter, their skin looks better, they sleep deeper, and most importantly, they feel alive again. No more fatigue, no more fear of decline. They regain strength, confidence, and joy in being in control of their bodies. So if you want to restore your natural vitality, start today. Try these habits and listen to how your body responds. Within weeks, you will notice clear change. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more natural, science-based, and safe methods to boost testosterone and male vitality. Thank you for watching until the end. Remember, your vitality is not defined by age. It is shaped by how you care for yourself every single day. See you in the next video.